Good morning, guys. As you probably seen in the videos over the last month, we have been pushing hard, really hard, trying to stay ahead of all these farmers and getting them planted. And we got a pretty good rain last night, and we are far enough ahead of those guys. We don't have to go work in the mud today, so I'm excited about that. So we're gonna take this opportunity. Let's go do a little work on old Bubba Dump's hood and see if we can get him put back together. You two behaving this morning? Huh? Maybe. Alright. It'll work. I'm trying to remember the last time we actually videoed on this thing. Do you remember?
It was one of the corners of sandblasting.
I think the last time we videoed this thing, didn't we have it like chained to 3 different things and had to come along on it and was heating and beating and...
The machine was actually in here, so yeah, yeah.
So if you guys haven't seen, I think it's called Bubba Dump Gets a Nose Job. This was all crinkled back in on this side. This side here was tweaked over. Hood was all shoved in. I think we got a lot of video of actually pulling all this stuff back out and getting it straightened up as much as possible. I don't think we got any video of sandblasting it. That was just, we had a couple hours one afternoon and just knocked it out.
Sandblasting. Finding sand is like finding hen's teeth.
Oh yeah, it was bad. So, all right, so the plan this morning is Matt's kind of taking a grinder and getting that cleaned up a little bit, and we're gonna get the old body filler out and polish that up a little bit so we can get it painted, but also have the machine shop make some of these plugs for me. We got 2 different sizes, and what the plan is on these, this is where the lights were at on the side of this thing, and we're gonna do away with those. So put one big plug behind it, one plug in front of it. We're gonna weld those off and slick them over and just eliminate that. I don't see no need to spend the money to put all the turn signals and all those lights back on. If we end up doing something, we'd probably do something aftermarket anyway. So I guess let's get that first one. Where's Aaron at whenever you need him?
I don't know. He's supposed to be in here last 4 days.
Yeah.
Pick on him yet.
Hey, Aaron finally worked off. He was supposed to come into work. He's going to work with us this summer. And I guess they had another boiler explode or something, so he's back at it full time. So, all right, let's do something.
Don't burn me again.
You got it centered?
Well, that I don't know.
Next. Don't look at that one. Look at this one. It's better.
We're gonna look at them all, just because Aaron's not here.
One thing nice about this is it's heavy enough. We don't have to worry about warping the metal.
That is some heavy, hard metal.
So
is what that is.
Ah, my gloves in there. So I got those a little bit small. So in theory.
So you can fill in the gap.
In theory. That's my finger.
It gets hot, doesn't it?
Look at that.
Let's see if he's worthy.
Look at that.
Nice.
That's gonna work out perfect.
Nice.
I like it. All right, let me get the rest of it welded in there. We'll hit that with a little spot grinder, and I think we'll be good. That's gonna work out absolutely beautiful. That's
I
perfect.
think I still got a high spot right there.
I don't think you do. I think you're good.
All right. To the next one we go.
Yep. We'll come back and skim coat that with a little bit of. I ended up going ahead and just welding that inside solid. I was worried about debris getting down in there, maybe rushing it out. I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but looks pretty good. I think it's time to get the El Bondo mixed up. I think anybody else out there puts this much effort into making a haul truck like that?
No. I think they'd have painted the crinkles. Maybe not even painted it.
Auction special.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to need quite a bit. We'll go one layer at a time on him right there. I don't want to get too carried away.
I mean, you don't want it to crack out. I'm asking from experience. I said the heck with it on an old Toyota truck I had, and I just put her in it. Yeah, about a year later it all cracked out.
I think I still almost got too much hardware in that.
Phew, it is setting up, ain't it?
Oh yeah, she's setting up tight.
She started off so good.
Well, that'll still go in there. Man, that's so fast. Real fast.
Super fast.
I'm not a body man, but I can get mine today. So we kind of we had a little bit of a fill here, so we just kind of gooped that in there. The trick is to catch it just right. Take a drywall rasp. This will kind of help you get a straight spot. It'll show you your major high and lows. We should be able to start getting that profile and that edge back in there.
And when he says catch it just right, he's talking about the consistency.
If it gets too hard, this won't cut it. Then you spend a whole lot of time sanding.
So basically what DP's telling y'all is he cheats.
I don't know if it's cheating. I think this is just the process. You see, it shows you your highs and lows real good. Sometimes you can keep taking the highs off, and sometimes you got to fill in the lows.
I like how you started with, I am not a body man.
I'm not. I ran a body shop for 3 years, then I made me a body man.
Just because you can manage people doesn't mean you can make things look good, right?
I knew who was good at what. And I was best served behind the desk. But I learned some things. Oh yeah, that's already taking shape. Look at that.
Yeah, and if you guys remember, this top 1 inch wide ledge was really, really, really wavy. That's taking real good shape.
A little bit of a spot right there we're going to have to feather out. But
So I think that's that one where I said, I think we still have one high spot, and you said, nope, that'll work.
listen to me.
Uh-huh. Should have listened to myself. Ooh, that's coming out real nice.
Yeah, this side here wasn't near as bad as that other side. You can still see though, got a few highs and lows, but we're getting there.
Yeah, so when he says a high, where the rasp is cutting is high and where it's not cutting is low. You say that's a drywall rasp?
Yeah. That's what it's called. I don't know. Body people may call it a body rasp.
Yeah.
Saves you a whole lot of sanding because it gets you down close quick, and then eventually you gotta switch over to a jitterbug or something.
Jitterbug. I used to fish with one of those. Oh, we must be talking about two different jitterbugs.
Some people probably used to dance to that too.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're ready for another layer. Liking what I'm seeing though.
Oh yeah. That's slicking up real nice.
Yeah, you remember how off and crinkled that was?
Yes.
It's coming back in real nice too.
And like you said, you still got a couple of low spots, but
yeah, but at least we're on the right track.
10 miles closer to our 20-mile project, right?
All right, back to the mixing board. All right, moment of truth to see how close you truly are.
I darn sure ain't a body guy. First time I've ever ran one of these suckers, but let's see what it'll do. Ooh, look out.
Yeah, don't look too bad. Take her up and down now.
You grab one of those and this sucker takes off, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're getting there though. Just got to keep working her down slowly but surely. Did you get some random fan mail?
You're trying to steal my stuff, aren't you? I did. I don't know who sent it because it's not on the label, but I think when we were talking about the tile plow, we put our site markers on there, and I said, man, it'd be nice to have an engraver, and we tried to do it with a grinder.
Yep.
We got an engraver now, look at it.
Look, you even got stencils so you don't screw it up.
I know it.
You also got a paint stick marker thing.
I did. Well, because I was always going like this, and you never would paint the lines, so I always had to do it, and you'd complain about it being crooked. Well, now I got one's got a wheel on it. Shh, walk right down here.
I'm still not convinced it's going to help his straight painting abilities, but we'll find out.
Worse.
All right, Matt's going to hit that with the sander a little bit there on the hood, and unfortunately, we are out of body filler, and it's time to go back to work. So I'll see you guys back on this project in a bit. Well, man, behind the scenes, we got a little bit of time here this afternoon. We are on the Bubba Dump hood project.
You got it ready to paint, right?
I think it's actually pretty close. Believe it or not, the last handful of evenings after you go home and get your beauty sleep in, I come out here and slave in the afternoons, and I've been working on the hood.
That's good.
Here's the problem though. I think I've done almost too good a job on the Bondo work, because now this part's going to look really good, and I'm not for sure what the rest of that's going to look like. Oh, don't let anybody fool you though. It's a far cry from perfect, but it looks way better than what it did when we started. This over here is also turned out pretty good. If you guys remember, this corner was bent all the way around back there. Got a little bit of a high spot there, but it's not too shabby, is it?
Oh, it ain't too bad.
Look, I even welded up the turn signal.
That's what I was looking at. And not too bad, but looking well.
What?
She wasn't set just right, but...
Well, that's because I left it where you set it at. I knew I should have changed the settings, but I'm like...
I don't know about that.
I should probably change the settings, but I'm like, man behind the scenes is going to get mad, so I'm just going to leave him go.
A little cold, a little too much wire. It should have been a continuous weld, not weld here. Then I'm just trying to point.
I'm not quite as flexible as you. You know, the reality of it is nobody's ever going to see that when it's all said and done. See the outside? See the outside? Perfect. So
and I'll make sure everybody looks in at it.
I think what it's time to do is I've hit a lot of this with a jitterbug and 80 grip. Got it good and flat. I think we hit this thing one time with some 120 in the DA. Hang her up and spray some primer on it, see what it looks like.
Go for it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Oh, let's.
Say,
go for it. I'll hold the video camera. You say it.
Oh man, behind the scenes, we got her sanded out. We'll keep the camera about 2 or 3 feet away. I'll like you with that on there. I can't hear you. It is absolutely not perfect, but like I said, guys, it is not a classic car. It is a 20-year-old dump truck. Actually, it's older than that. 23, 24-year-old dump truck. So it's good enough. It kind of is what it is. We're going to throw some primer down on it, and then me and man behind the scenes are going to argue about what color to paint what.
Going with what I say.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Let's paint first.
All right.
Take 2. All right, now that you listen to me. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see. Now you just don't get carried away like I was teaching you. You know, you can put more than one coat on, which is fine. As long as you do everything I taught you, this is going to be perfect.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Probably best.
Just remember, you don't have to get it all in your first coat. When you get greedy, that's when you get runs.
All right, that's the back side of the hood. That don't look too bad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving into the side that he's going to have to be really good on. Okay, a little minor adjustment in the tip. There we go. He's 36 seconds into it right now. Time is looking good.
It's a lot easier if I let it moving.
This is what makes you a good painter, though.
Man, I like it. That looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Our body works the best looking part.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to shut the camera off and let you go to picking on it. Oh, you want to go ahead and jump over here.
Well, man, behind the scenes, that don't look too shabby at all.
No, it don't.
My biggest fear come true. Our body work looks better than the rest of it. And I'm not trying to fool nobody. Our body work is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it don't look bad at all. It don't look bad at all. So, all right, it's decision time. From the factory, this was yellow, that was dark gray. Now, we got to keep in mind that SOT Metalworks is making me a grill that goes right here. It's going to be gloss black with hunter green letters that say Bubba Dump. So, what color do we paint this? And what color do we paint that?
And, you know, I went with yellow with both of them just to make that grill just really pop.
So Aaron wants to paint this and this yellow. I want to paint everything army green.
But then I think there's too much green.
But but it'll be different than anybody else's truck on the internet.
Okay. Well, let's meet in the middle. Let's go 50-50. Let's do that.
Well, we're gonna like have a divorce here and tape a line right down the middle and paint one side one color, one side the other color?
No, I think my idea is, this is just my idea. You might like it. See if great minds think alike here. I say we go yellow with this and green with the hood. Then you get your choice.
I would ask these people, but by the time they see the video, it already
I know, maybe this should have been alive.
All right, I kind of like that because we can go yellow on that. Here's the problem though, we're gonna have so many different colors going because my yellow is not gonna match that yellow. I should mention the ultimate goal is to paint this whole truck.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal is to paint this truck the same color as the 850J, but we're just not to that point to being ready to do that yet. So I don't know, man. I'm thinking all green.
Heads or tails?
All right, heads, it all goes green. Tails, we'll paint that yellow and this green.
Can I catch and show?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't like a cheat.
All right, here we go. Tails. Oh, man. All right, we're painting two different colors. I ain't arguing with the quarter. I ain't gonna argue with the quarter.
Okay,
So we're gonna paint this yellow.
Yep.
We're gonna paint that green, and then that side panel's not gonna match. And then the grill's gonna be a whole different color. It'll look great on camera, I promise.
It is gonna look
That's what we're doing.
Hey, you think you want something different? You got something different.
Well, it's gonna be
And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking
not
about
for sure. It's gonna be like the Skittles truck coming down the road. All right, let's mix up some yellow paint. We'll paint that first, move it outside, and we'll paint this green.
Sounds good. There we go.
I'm not for sure about your yellow choice there, bud. That is awful bright yellow.
That's what we want.
Maybe we'll put a little black or something in there, tone that down a little bit.
Nope. Nope, think that's a bad idea.
This thing's gonna stick out like a sore banana going down the road.
That's what we want.
Oh,
We want
my.
people to see the front and think, oh, look at this, and then get to the side. But, you know, it's like you always tell me, hey, don't worry about it. Get a little dirt on it, you'll never see it.
This is true. This is true. That is bright.
You are my sunshine.
Bright.
I love it. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. The viewers are already giving you a thumbs up. They are, I can see it. Now he has switched from the side to side to the up and down. I don't know, maybe his arm is getting tired of going like this, and he's going up and down.
Man, I just don't know about that. The paint looks good. It's just the color we got in question.
I ain't got no question at all.
Well, if anybody comments they don't like the color, they need to direct it to Aaron Boone, man behind the scenes.
I just want, and I'll explain why I want this. I just want to stick out.
You want to explain to him our other issue?
Oh, well, this is why we gotta have more coal-fired power plants.
We just lost power. My generator will run everything but the air compressor, and guess what we need to paint?
Ah, an air compressor.
An air compressor. So we got like 100 psi left. You think 100 psi is left enough to paint the hood?
We're gonna have to stay at 50 because I remember we were painting one time and we got below 50. And I'm almost thinking we lost power when we were painting.
We might have.
And we got below 50 and we lost pressure.
The poor little Generac out there, it runs everything. I mean, it's got the AC going in here.
Yep.
It just don't like my air compressor, so.
And it will run the welder.
It will run the welder. We figured that out on the plow build. So, well, I say we take that thing outside, let it soak in the sun.
Oh,
and,
I bet it's gonna look real good.
We probably need to put our sunglasses on before we carry it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll see if we got enough air left to paint the hood.
Now, Matt.
Dude,
I think we got a new comment generator.
I think you were smoking something when you picked this color.
I tried to tell him we need to put a little black in there to tone it down.
Oh,
Holy cow, that's bright.
we're gonna stick out now.
Well, yeah, we're gonna stick
Hey, you know
out.
what he always tells me? Just like I told Dad. Oh, once it gets dirty, you'll never notice it.
No, that's never gonna look dirty. It's gonna look like
That's
a
right. Because
sun
I'll
all
go
the
out
time.
every day and clean that front end good.
Let's get this thing out of here.
Make sure before we go outside you have your sunglasses
Yeah,
on.
I think we need
We
them
don't
in
want to
here.
get blinded.
I think we need them in here.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
It is too bright. I'm telling you, boys.
You can just pick it straight in.
No.
Oh, we're doing the bar.
Yep.
It's wet still, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So you put the canary color on it just moments ago.
Yep.
Look at it in the sun. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh boy.
That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. That bar's gonna hit.
Bar.
Oh, the bars.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, the good
See,
news
with your
is,
sunglasses off.
the good news is the Bondo job looks good.
Hey, I like the paint too.
That is ridiculous. All right, power came back on. We got air. We have green paint loaded. You sure you don't want to pull that
No.
piece in and tone it?
We done committed. We're running out of time.
You
We gotta
sure?
do it the way it is.
You don't want to reflip the quarter? And
No, that quarter cannot be reflipped.
have you seen how bright that thing is?
I lost that quarter, so it is fine and it is gonna look good. This is what
I
I'm.
don't know about this. I don't know about this. All right, let's turn this beauty green.
You for sure you don't want to paint the hood yellow?
I'm positive.
Now, are you ready? No runs. Oh, oh, ooh. A little bit of an adjustment. That thing just right. If we run out of green, we got plenty of yellow.
This truck's got enough yellow that it can handle, I promise. Man, behind the scenes, the hood looks absolutely fantastic.
It does.
Awesome.
It does.
And you-
Almost as good as.
Then you turn the corner. Then you turn the corner and we have this. We got to do something about that.
No.
Look, that's the normal
No.
color of the truck.
Yep.
Hood's gonna look awesome. And you got that.
And the nose piece is gonna look just like you.
I mean, the paint job looks good. The body job looks good. The color.
Okay. You picked a color out. You brought the color back. You gave me 3 options. I told you what I like. I like the green on the yellow because it's gonna help it stick out.
We may have to go shopping for a 4th option.
No, no. I tell you what, let them watch this here in a month or 2 months and they can decide and then we'll repaint it.
Yeah, after it's already on the truck. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it sit overnight, dry out, cure out. Just maybe it'll tone itself down a little bit, because that is definitely not the color on the can. I'll say that. And see what happens. So, see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, the next day in the shop after painting, and the hood turned out absolutely awesome. I got it laying upside down there, but finish on it looks great. No complaints whatsoever. Now, the nose cone piece on the other side, put your sunglasses on. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. That has got to be some of the brightest yellow I think I had ever seen. Now, for comparisons, this is the color we are somewhat going for, trying to get close to. You guys can see we are nowhere close. Man behind the scenes thinks it's just the neatest color ever. So here's the plan. I went shopping in town a while ago, and I was able to come up with this color here, which is not an exact match, but I think is way, way, way closer than what we got over there. We can't leave that. That's gonna be bad. So what we're gonna do, man behind the scenes is not here. What we're gonna do, I got a little bit of paint mixed up. We're gonna spray this a different shade of yellow, and then we're gonna tell man behind the scenes that that's the color it cured out to, and all will be good in the world. It'll be just our little secret. So let's get her sprayed. Checking everything out here the next day. Man, look at that. That looks absolutely fantastic. That second paint I used is a little higher quality paint. It's a true automotive paint, and it definitely shows up in the finish for sure. It looks really good. Not an absolute exact match to the original, but it is way, way closer. Like I said, just trying to buy some time here. The ultimate goal is to paint the truck green like the 850J. But like I said, guys, this is going to be our little secret. If Aaron asks, that's the way it dried. We could not leave it that bright yellow. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely horrible. So next step, Junior from SOT Metalworks, he made us a custom Bubba Dump grill. He's going to bring it over here. We're going to make sure it fits down in there, bolts up the way it's supposed to, and then we'll get everything reassembled and get it back on the truck.
Well,
Did you come bearing gifts?
does it look correct?
It looks good.
What I'm worried about is it's spelled correctly.
I think so. I think so. The no shipping damage. I feel important.
I mean, you're a little step above Chris.
In personal delivery, I mean,
I didn't want to get damaged. I didn't trust that.
I guess that's why it's on time.
Those, well, yeah, sort of, yeah, it's on time. Those guys have been rough on me.
Now, if you've seen how fast we rushed through making this template, you would have your fingers crossed when we go to try to install this thing.
Well, I mean, we got a welder and a grinder.
Well, this is true. It'll fix about anything. Should we see if it fits?
We should see it.
So the theory is this thing should slide right down through here, and then these bolts should go in from the backside.
I hope we got everything spaced correctly.
All right, you ready?
Fingers crossed.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. It's gonna fit, Gunner?
Fingers crossed, Gunner.
Maybe.
If it don't fit, we're gonna somehow blame it on Aaron.
Aaron did it.
We're looking good so far, Junior.
Aaron did it.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Well, it's in there.
It's in there.
Now when both of them line up, that's the question. Well, it's on there.
That's not too shabby, Mr. SOT Metalworks.
A little small modification.
Between all the beating and banging and the makeshift template,
The makeshift template was a little sketchy.
Some minor hole adjustment worked out pretty well, so.
The things you can do on a CNC plasma table with cardboard templates.
I'm assuming there's going to be a complete video on your channel of building this the grill?
Yeah, we got it on a CNC plasma where we cut it out, got everything painted up, and did the overnight shipping over here to anytime I get to come over here and hang out with Dirt Perfect, it's a fun time. So.
Well, cool deal. I'll do my best to remember to link your video in the description.
Well, you know, if it happens.
If not, just go check out SOT. And then there you go. It'll all be right there. So, all right, well, good deal. We're going to get that thing tightened down, flip her upside down, put it on the hood, and then try to get this whole thing on the truck tomorrow.
We got to put Gunner to work. Hey, can you carry this outside for us? Come on, bud.
Well, Mr. Millennial, what do you think?
I think it looks amazing.
I was editing the video last night of putting the nose job on, and from where this thing started out to where it's at now, yeah, holy cow.
It's amazing how that color cured so good.
All right, so what we need to do this morning, we're gonna try to take that thing, flip it upside down, sit it on top of the hood, gotta put the side panel on, and we'll take the crane and raise it up and put it on the truck. We got the truck outside, we're gonna nose it in here. So let's see if we can get part A on part B. Rotate. We got a bunch of grills that sticks out a little bit. Oh. Well, it looks good. Everything bolted up.
Let's do it.
I guess step one is get it off the table without dropping it.
Well, we got it hooked up, so let's see what happens.
All right, up and away. I fit on there fairly decent.
Heck yeah, it did.
So this thing here has got two pins, one here, and they got a little bit of the hood that overlaps them so they can't come out this way. And it's got this plate that goes in between them, and that plate is actually the pin retainer. Not sure how I feel about that whole system, but if it works, right?
As long as it gets the job done.
Sweet. All right, we gotta get our latch back in here. We gotta get our spring back on. And I think we're good to go.
Is that the hole?
I could help you, but I like watching you reach all the way across. Yeah, you're in it. Sweet. Well, there she is, all on. Don't look too shabby there, boys. Turned out pretty nice.
Looks real good.
It's nice of you
All but one thing.
Nice for you to show up here after all the work's done this morning.
Perfect time to show.
What do you think? That paint didn't fade out too bad.
Yeah, I was really hoping, because we did the coin flip on this, that it would have stayed a lot brighter. It did dull out a little bit.
Actually,
and
I think
it looks good.
I think if we buffed out a little bit, it'd almost be a perfect match.
Oh, it would.
All right, we got one thing left to do.
That's right.
It's time to
Two
finally.
things.
Two things.
Yeah.
One thing I know. It's time to finally make the truck its own, or our own. We took the old logos off from the previous owner. I think it's time to christen it with some official Dirt Perfect logos. What do you think?
We'll let him actually do something today.
All right.
Don't get it crooked.
Hey, well, here's the thing. I'm putting it on. I'll keep the wrinkles out, but you're going to have to line it up from down here.
All right. So the old ones were right there, and they actually covered up part of the Volvo logo. So we're going to leave Volvo exposed this time, and we're going to put it on the backside back there where there's nothing else at. So
You need a step stool there, Shorty?
I think he's going to use
Got it. I got a tire.
Aaron's already prepped his surface.
Yes,
He's got him a
it is
little,
prepped.
got a little mark up there. Them stickers are expensive. Don't be messing that
Now,
up.
where's the center of this sticker at? Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
You got this?
Really?
Come around over here so we can get a better view.
I don't know if that's a better view. Well, I guess it is the back side instead of the front side, so that's definitely better.
No wrinkles. It needs to be perfect.
Yep. Now, you're going to have to guide it.
Right there. Stick it.
Is it straight?
It's pretty close. If not, everybody on the internet will tell you it's not.
Oh, and it fell out right in the dent.
That's what I'd blame it on.
Oh, the wind's blowing. I don't want that.
You do realize it's a dump truck, right?
Surprised he didn't whip out his little plastic straight edge applicator.
I know it. Whenever I put mine on, like this, I did whip that out.
I think it looks good. Let's get the one on the other side, boys, and call it and put this thing back to work. That's going to be a wrap on this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Well, make sure you don't miss out on what's coming up next. I'd consider subscribing. We're out. Tell them bye.